Welcome to Grayson County High School, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are taking on the Owensboro Lady Devils in a matchup here tonight, one of the final home games of the year. I'm Sam Gormley. He's Steven Smith. Steven, a little softball action, right? Why can't I hear you? That's not good. That's weird. You should be able to work. For whatever reason, I'm coming through this input, and okay, we're all screwed up over here. That's a little weird. Oh wait, I've plugged. We're using each other's headsets. That's why.
That's a first.
Yeah, we've never done that because now I can hear myself. I was wondering what was happening there. It's a little weird. We've never messed up headsets like that, but now you're going to be down here too to control that. So
yeah,
to do that,
a little hot now.
We're what a way to start the broadcast too, right off the bat. I was wondering it was a little weird there. I was like, it didn't sound right, didn't feel right, and the reason was because we were wearing the wrong headsets. But okay,
got all the kinks out of the way.
Yep. Listen, people tune in. They don't tune into this broadcast for professionalism. They tune in for. I don't know what they tune in for.
Laughs.
I guess. Coming up here, it's Grayson County and Owensboro in a softball matchup. Coming up next, we're going to have the Rack Report. We'll talk to Jeff Rack and hear a little bit about this matchup, and we'll have lineups and get you ready for this game here coming up soon, as this is Grayson County Lady Cougars softball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
At your global getaway, we're all about creating unforgettable journeys. Now's the perfect time to plan your 2026 adventure. Fancy a Royal Caribbean cruise, a Hawaiian escape, or a magical Disney World trip? We've got you covered. As a Royal Caribbean Master of Adventure, we're here for your cruise weddings, honeymoons, and vow renewals. Trust us, you'll be in expert hands. Visit yourglobalgetaway.com and let's make your dreams a reality. Your adventure awaits.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back to our Rack Report here on K105. We're joined by Jeff Rack, the head coach of Lady Cougar softball, as they're getting ready to take on Owensboro, a team that they saw back in, I guess it was late March, early April.
Yeah, it was early in the season.
Won 6-4. I think back to last week, and you had a week where you played kind of 3 games in a period of 2 days. I know it was really only 2, but it went down 3, and you lost all 3 of them. But I feel like in all 3 of those games, you were 1 or 2 plays away from winning each of those 3. Mm-hmm. Does that, as a coach, make you feel worse or better knowing that you're close to beating some really good teams, especially LaRue County and Butler?
I think we stayed competitive, and that's something like earlier. We talked many times before about early on in the season, and it didn't seem like we stayed competitive late in the games. But as the season has gone on, I think we see that urgency late in the games, and it's encouraging.
Tonight, Owensboro, you saw them back in March, a game you won 6-4, but they had one player I know who hit 2 home runs against you. When you have a player like that, I know Edmondson is somebody who can really hit the ball. Do you have the game plan around that?
No, I'm not. My biggest thing is I can deal with home runs as long as they're single shots. I mean, it really doesn't bother me. In the past, again, we kind of touched on this before. Something like that would upset Ellie a lot. and she's pretty much letting that kind of stuff roll off her back and just going on to the next. As far as game planning around that one player, no. We got to stick and play our game and not worry about, what's the possibility.
Defense had been a struggle at times last week. You had some errors. How do you limit those?
The errors I contribute to different people in different positions. We've had, different injuries here, there, all that kind of stuff, and not making excuses. But we had a long Monday this week where we touched on a lot of things, got a lot of things aired out, let's say. But I think we'll be spot on tonight. I'm not concerned.
You have got a couple of games into the biggest game of your season, which happens at Butler County. The opponent still can change, but looks like more than likely it'll be Whitesville Trinity in that first round opponent. What's the key over these next couple of games to be as best as you possibly can that Monday?
Biggest thing this Monday is just come out and compete. Whitesville is a good team, but they're beatable just like anybody else that we played, and I think we'll be fine.
Good luck.
All right, thanks.
This has been the Rack Report here on K105. We'll have the lineups next.
Friends don't let friends overspend. If you're looking to upgrade your home without blowing your budget, at Box Drop Litchfield, we've got brand new mattresses and furniture at the lowest prices around. Everything's in stock and ready to go so you can take it home today. Hurry, because the first to arrive gets the best selection. Find us at 115 Sequoia Drive across from Farmer's Feed Mill. Box Drop Litchfield. Come see what everyone's talking about, and a proud sponsor of Cougar Sports.
Time to meet the starting lineups for both of these teams. First off, the Lady Devils of Owensboro enter with a record of 2-21. Leading off will be the center fielder Haley Sykes. Batting second at second base, Gracie Beth Parker. The 3-hole hitter will be the catcher Sydney Stallings. Batting fourth at first base is Irish Barksdale. Batting fifth at third base, Ella Hall. The 6-hole hitter will be the left fielder Reese Richards. Batting seventh at shortstop, Taylor Souders. Batting eighth at right, Kamaya Harris. And batting ninth, the DP, Audrey Potter. Pitching today, not hitting, will be the pitcher, Paisley Hodge. Once more, that lineup for Owensboro: Sykes in center, Parker at second, Stallings catching, Barksdale at first, Hall at third, Richards in left, Souders at short, Harris in right, and the DP of Potter, who will be hitting for the pitcher, Hodge. The lineup for the 6-12 Grayson County Lady Cougars looks as this. Leading off will be the starting pitcher, Ellie Bratcher. Batting second in center field, Elizabeth Haycraft. Batting third at first base, Layla Lacefield. The cleanup hitter will be the catcher, Reagan Nash. Batting fifth at shortstop, Kinsley Chambers. The 6-hole hitter will be the second baseman, Ashlyn Rainey. Batting seventh at third base, J.C. Alexander. Batting eighth in left field, Carly Harrington. The 9-hole hitter will be the right fielder, Bailey McAllister. Once more, the lineup for Grayson: Bratcher in the circle, Haycraft in center, Lacefield at first, Nash behind the dish, Chambers at short, Rainey at second, Alexander at third, Harrington in left, and McAllister in right. Those are the lineups for both these teams. They're getting ready to do the national anthem, so we'll step aside, and all the play-by-play of the Lady Cougars and the Lady Devils is next here on K105.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
The primary election is coming. And tonight, there's something worth remembering. Your voice matters.
Hi, I'm Secretary of State Michael Adams, here to remind you, take a few minutes, show up, and vote in our May primary election.
Make a plan. Be there. Your vote is your voice. Use it. Learn more at sos.ky.gov. Sponsored by the Kentucky Secretary of State's Office.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome back to Grayson County High School. We haven't even started the game, and Stephen Smith has already been threatened to be ejected from the game.
Is that my warning?
Our plate umpire came over and said, if he hears anything from us, we're gone.
Yep.
I've yet to be ejected. Yet to be ejected from a game.
Well, they're not sitting as close to you as I am.
No. That's the part of basketball. Usually they can't hear us.
Yeah, that's true.
When we're up top for that. This matchup here, Stephen, I want to put you on the spot. I didn't tell you I was going to do this, but do you have any Stephen strategies for softball?
I think it really is fundamental. I know Coach Rack, when we talked to him the last time I was on, I know this time of the year you really want to start playing your best softball. So I'm going to say it's going to come down to fundamentals today, which team can keep the ball in front of them and not have any errors. That's the team I like to win.
Ellie Bratcher in the circle today for Grayson County. And she'll be facing Haley Sykes to get us going. Sykes is by far the best bat in this Owensboro lineup. And when I say best bat, I really mean she can flat out hit the ball. As we'll bring that to you after the first pitch coming from the sophomore Ellie Bratcher. And it's popped off behind the dish and ends up coming through. And that's how we get rolling here today. Is there's a little spot open up top that was able to get through there. So that's the first pitch to Sykes, who brings a .539 average with 6 home runs, 18 RBIs, a couple of doubles, and she has another base hit into left field there. Coming over and bobbling it is Harrington. Sykes is going to dig for second, and that is a leadoff base hit and an error to get us started here in this ball game.
Well, Sam, we talked about it, and even just an error like that where it cost you another base, things like that can really be a big problem as this game goes on. Hopefully we'll be able to hunker down here and get 3 quick ones.
Grayson County struggled with errors in the home games last week, and that's the difference in a bunch of these games. Grace Parker now to hit for Owensboro. Parker hitting .304 with 6 RBIs and 8 doubles. And that's a line drive right at Rainey at second. Getting one of her first starts of the year there, and Stephen, as the old baseball saying goes, the ball will find you.
It'll find you, and that's kind of a weird play right there going to Rainey, where it wasn't hit especially hard, and kind of came in at her, shoulder high, and she did a good job of keeping her composure and getting the first out.
The catcher, Sydney Stallings, brings in a .262 average with 3 home runs, 19 runs batted in, and 5 doubles with a triple. Stallings has pretty decent height as well. It's not always what you see as a catcher. Usually catcher, not always the tallest person on the team. And one rolls into the tall grass, and somebody's going to go fishing for it. And it looks like she's going to be able to get that one. No balls, 1 strike here, 1 out in the first inning of play.
Yeah, I picked up this one here that came late, pitched it over to me.
Popped on a play again behind the dish, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
Just like that, I had to give it up. I should have stuck it in my pocket.
Yeah, I thought you were going to autograph it or something and put it in there. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Owensboro, 2-21 record. They're looking to get back into the winning ways. They play in a really, really tough district. And that is a wild pitch. Goes into the dirt. Sykes will advance down to third on the pitch in the dirt from Bratcher.
Any report on Reagan Nash's hand? I know she came back here and she still got it wrapped up there.
She, when I talked to her Friday, 24 hours after, she said I mean, Reagan is one of those players, though, that, she came down and she was talking to the training staff and said, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
She was ready to play, and she was going to do whatever it took. And there is a swing and a miss, but nope, it was just barely fouled off. So we'll do it again here with 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out in the first inning.
Kind of like a Chase Bonnock that we're used to seeing. You cut his leg off at the knee, and he's still going to find a way to stay on the field.
Monty Python,
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And it pops off the glove. Breaking home is Sykes. No play. And the pass ball makes it a 1-0 Owensboro lead.
Yeah, Nash didn't get a good jump on that one, and the ball didn't kick off of the wall like you sometimes will see it. Tough break for the Lady Cougars, but you got to keep the ball in front of you.
It's one of those that would almost have been better for her not to touch the ball because it would have had the velocity to maybe bounce off and have a play. Break-even pitch is a ground ball, base hit left field. Would have scored the run anyways. But Owensboro putting a couple of runners on base early on in this game. I mentioned the Lady Devils have lost 17 straight games, 2-21 record. Didn't win a district game this year, but again, just that really's not going to tell you anything at all because that district is just incredible. Headed by Davis County, who I think has won 94 straight region championships. That might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but I think we're going to have a courtesy runner down at first. And that is going to be number 85.
Yeah, I like it.
Chad Johnson coming out. No, Avery Lewis comes out. As you've got Lewis, who wears 85, and Scott, who wears 88 on Owensboro. You don't see usually the high numbers, but I love it. Aubrey Davis, the runner. Or Aubrey Lewis, rather, the runner. Facing Barksdale, the first baseman. Barksdale, very open stance, hitting .244. And that pitch is low.
Another tall player. She's got some size, too.
Might not surprise you that she's a good volleyball player.
Okay.
313 kills on the volleyball team. And looking at her, I can see that.
Yeah, didn't recognize either of them from the basketball court.
They have one player that crossed over from basketball, and that is Souders, who stands hitting 7th in this game. 2 balls, no strikes to Barksdale.
Good pitch.
There's a called strike from Bratcher.
Kind of right at the knees right there.
And with the height of Barksdale, that's where you want to be.
Yeah,
Make her go down and get it. 2-1 pitch. Sends it right back up the middle for a base hit. Takes a weird bounce. Haycraft's able to field it. Almost ended up getting that runner out. It was hit so hard right back up the middle for a base hit.
Yeah, she squared that one up really well. Made good, solid contact on it.
Sent it right back kind of where it was pitched.
Yeah.
Right back up to it. Ella Hall, the third baseman, gets her first plate appearance now. Hall, good soccer player. Hit .250 with 11 RBIs this season, a double and a triple. She had a good game when these two teams matched up earlier this year. The Grayson County won 6-4. She went 2 for 3. That's fouled off. Yeah, Hall had 13 goals on the soccer team for Owensboro.
That's 13 more than I had in my career.
That's 14 more than I had. They took one away from me. I like her bat, though. As there's pulling back, they're going to call it a strike. Swinging strike is the call. It's no balls and 2 strikes. It's like a bomb pop.
Yeah. I was thinking rocket pop, but bomb pop's right.
I hadn't had one of those in a while.
Red, white, and blue.
0-2 pitch. Taking something off of it, and it'll go to 1 ball and 2 strikes as the pitch misses outside. Yeah, I like that bat.
Yeah.
They didn't have fancy bats back when I played. It was just silver or black. And there's a strikeout for Ellie Bratcher. When these two teams matched up earlier this season, Ellie went 7 innings, allowed only 6 hits, and struck out 8 Lady Devils. Gets her first strikeout of the game here. Reese Richards comes into hitting 111 this year with 4 RBIs. Has been hit by 4 pitches. One of the young players in this Owensboro team that is loaded with youth. And it's a ground ball right back to Bratcher in the circle. Throws on, and that is the inning. However, Owensboro does get 1 run. And the Lady Cougars are coming up as it's Owensboro 1 and Grayson County 0. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
At your global getaway, we're all about creating unforgettable journeys. Now's the perfect time to plan your 2026 adventure. Fancy a Royal Caribbean cruise, a Hawaiian escape, or a magical Disney World trip? We've got you covered. As a Royal Caribbean master of adventure, we're here for your cruise weddings, honeymoons, and vow renewals. Trust us, you'll be in expert hands. Visit yourglobalgetaway.com and let's make your dreams a reality. Your adventure awaits.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Paisley Hodge is the starting pitcher today for Owensboro as they woke up. Our director Addison and Steven, after a warm-up pitch from Hodge, went a little bit array there. Hodge, the starting pitcher, young, 8th grader. As, of course, the notes start blowing when it comes through. It'll be your 17th game, 14th start. Looking for a first win of the year, 9.71 ERA with 39 strikeouts, 66 walks, and 75 2/3 of an inning pitched. Going up against this Grayson County starting lineup, Bratcher, Haycraft, Lacefield, Nash, Chambers, Rainey, Alexander, Harrington, and McAllister.
Here's a good baseball, softball question for you, Sam. What's your approach on the first pitch?
Let it ride.
You let it ride?
For me, though, if I'm coaching, I tell players to swing. But if I was playing, because I knew I couldn't hit the ball, but I knew I was decently quick. So if I got on base, I could steal. So my goal was going up there to get a walk.
Yep.
Which probably is not the way you should coach.
Yeah.
Which is probably the reason why I'm standing here and not in the major leagues.
I think you attack that first pitch because you know the pitcher is going to want to get ahead, and it might be the best pitch that you get to see.
And Ellie Bratcher has had a good season, hitting .361, and watches a pitch low. And probably a good thing she didn't swing on that because she probably wasn't going to do much other than ground that one out. Bratcher, 10 RBIs, 3 doubles, a couple of triples. Just a really good athlete is Ellie.
That was the problem with me in hitting, Sam. I made my mind up before the pitch.
And Bratcher pops it up in the infield. Barksdale charges in and catches it in foul territory for the first out. Elizabeth Haycraft, probably the fastest player. I think you could make an argument fastest player in the school.
Yeah.
Boy or girl,
Yeah.
she can flat out fly around the base paths. 348 average, 5 RBIs. Also a good choice on the walk-up song.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we talked about this the last time, but you would almost like to see her turn around and bat left-handed and try to do that slap bunt thing that they do in softball as fast as she is.
If she gets it on the ground, she's got a chance to beat it out. And she sends one in the air, straightaway center field. Storming in is Sykes to make the play. It just hung up enough for Sykes to go out and grab it. And 3 pitches retire the first 2 Lady Cougars, and it'll be Layla Lacefield, the senior, to hit now for Grayson County. Lacefield brings a .250 average with 9 runs batted in.
2 quick outs, Sam. Maybe this is where I would change my approach to maybe let the first one go and try to get ahead as the batter.
Pitch coming from Hodge is high and outside for ball number 1. We had some quick innings last Friday when we were here against LaRue County. It was a really fun game. 5-2, LaRue won. Then we had good games on Thursday as well. Butler kind of pulled away there at the end, but we've had some good softball games that we've done all year. And ball misses low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Hodge
took a little bit off of that one, but she's got a little mustard on it, Sam.
8th grader as well.
Oh, wow.
Very young player for this Owensboro Lady Devil team. Owensboro, 0 seniors, 2 juniors.
Okay.
So it's a team that has a lot of room to continue to grow, playing in a really good district as well. Davis County, we mentioned them. They've lost 1 game all season, and I don't believe it was to a team in the state of Kentucky. They also have a tie, I know, does Davis County, but they're the heavy favorites to win the 3rd Region Softball Championship again. And just their coaching staff has done a great job. That comes inside, almost hits Lacefield, but apparently did not.
Davis County probably would be one of your odds-on favorites in the state if it wasn't for South Warren down in Bowling Green.
They're 2nd in the state is Davis County, and South Warren.
Man, that team's something else.
I mean, I semi-joke, but they could probably beat some small college teams.
Oh, yeah, I think so. You got 3 or 4
D1
high major D1 players.
Yes. And that heads to the backstop. And that's a walk for Layla Lacefield to reach base. And Reagan Nash steps in. Has to get rid of the pads and steps into the box. Reagan been swinging a good bat, hitting .310, 13 RBIs, a couple of doubles, a triple. She was hit by a pitch twice on Friday after on Thursday, the day before, she was hit in her hand on a swing. You can see that hand's still wrapped up, doesn't have nearly the amount of padding that it did, but I give her a lot of props for playing just 24 hours after that. And there's a cold strike, first pitch to Nash as she was hit. And Steve, I don't know if you saw the picture.
I just heard you talking about it the next day.
And the picture that I saw on her right hand, it looked like if you would have taken a golf ball and put it on one of her knuckles, on how much it swelled up. And if that were me, I think I'd still be on the IL.
Yeah, still be laying out there.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh.
Take something off of that and fools Nash. Scott would have been fed up with me. Let's just put it that way. He just said, rub some dirt on it and let's roll.
Yeah, Reagan got a shoulder brace on as well, banged up here.
She's a catcher, though.
As a lot of players are late in the season. So
0-2 pitch coming to Reagan Nash. And just misses outside. It'll go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Paisley Hodge, the starting pitcher. Layla Lacefield, the runner on first. Owensboro leading 1-0 after a pass ball allowed the leadoff hitter Sykes to score in the first. 1-2 pitch, bounces in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher, Stallings. Tell you, Hodge really working that circle out there, digging around, making sure she gets her footing exactly right. She's been working at it almost after every single pitch.
Yeah, she'll do it, and then Ellie will go back out there and mess it all up for her and get it the way she wants it.
Here comes the break even. Taking something off of it, Nash rolls it to the third baseman Hall. Low throw, nice pick by Barksdale to get the runner and end the inning. Grayson County gets a runner on base via the free pass, but nothing crosses. We head to the second, 1-0, Owensboro on top. This is Lady Cougar Softball on K105.
Friends don't let friends overspend. If you're looking to upgrade your home without blowing your budget, at Box Drop Litchfield, we've got brand new mattresses and furniture at the lowest prices around. Everything's in stock and ready to go so you can take it home today. Hurry, because the first to arrive gets the best selection. Find us at 115 Sequoia Drive across from Farmer's Feed Mill. Box Drop Litchfield. Come see what everyone's talking about, and a proud sponsor of Cougar Sports.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where head coach Jeff Reck out there catching to warm up Ellie Bratcher. Ellie just put one outside, tried to make Coach get out there and grab it, and not a great effort. Was it from Coach?
Those knees don't look nearly as fresh.
No, probably not. As Reagan Nash coming in to catch now and take it over, and Reagan probably said, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
Watch. As head coach Jeff Reck in his second season. Go back and watch the RAC report. We learned a little bit about the team, and they're headed towards district play. District tournament coming up next Monday at Butler County. It looks like almost assuredly they will be playing Whitesville Trinity in the first round. Technically, there still is a district game on Monday against the Lady Raiders. It was supposed to happen this past Tuesday. We, though, that day will be at Donley Field as the Cougar baseball team will be taking on Muhlenberg County. Taylor Souders leads off this inning for Owensboro, hitting 196, 4 runs batted in. Souders Also a member of their basketball team. As Bratcher peeks down at her left wrist, gets the call. And there's a slow grounder to the third baseman. Alexander throws on. One pitch, one out.
You know, that ball probably had some pretty good spin on it. Alexander did a good job staying down on it. Wasn't hit exceptionally hard and made the play a little bit closer. JC made a good play.
I will say, too, and you may disagree, I think this is their best look uniform-wise, Grayson County.
Yeah, I do like the orange and blue there.
Swing and a miss, first pitch to Harris.
The all-whites, I'd have to see those again to make an opinion, but this orange tops and blue pants looks really nice.
Harris 0 for 5 this year. His pitch misses outside. It's 1-1. You know who I bet doesn't love the all-whites? Whoever has to do the laundry. Because I'd imagine those stains don't come out quite as well as they do to these orange on blue. And I like the Cougs, too, across the front.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes, to Harris. Bratcher a long look in. And delivers. Just fouled off.
Director Addison's a little bit shaky over here, Sam.
She likes to flinch, but what she needs to realize is this net's job is to protect us.
Well, it is, but that last time when she was trying to fix the camera,
she did get it.
She got one off the fingernail, I think, and then one got through earlier. So
misses low, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Give a shout out to Joseph Alexander. He was tightening the net before to make it, because this right here was wide open to where a ground ball to Rainey can be thrown on to first for the second out, to where a ball easily could have come back here.
Another good play there by Rainey, and did exactly what you're supposed to do. Stay down on top of it, use the other hand.
Audrey Potter hitting .074 with 3 runs batted in. I think maybe we could get one of them to do some color analyst work as well. Bring out a third or fourth mic, swing and a miss.
She's coming over wanting some money.
Oh, what a shock.
Yeah.
Wants money. I think $1. See how far she can take that. The 0-1 is a pitch outside.
No.
We got Bree Jones, Hannah Smith here, Kinley's over here. You got the entire clan. I like this bat, too, here from Potter. There's a ground ball off of Bratcher in the circle, and that's going to end up being an infield hit. Bad luck.
Break. Yeah, tough break. Ellie Bratcher was able to get some leather on it, but the ball kind of bounced away into no man's land there, and nobody able to get out there on it.
It's wild. A play like that can be a hit, and we're going to see somebody rip one that is like the play earlier caught by the second baseman.
Yeah.
Just wild how baseball and softball works that way. Haley Sykes, the best bat in the Owensboro lineup, steps in, and she sends one back into deep right field. McAllister goes back to the track and makes a great catch.
What a play.
She bobbled it, popped it into the air, and ended up catching it with her throwing hand. Nice play by Bailey McAllister out there, keeping the concentration to end the inning. We head to the bottom of 2. It's 1-0 Owensboro. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Dear Coach. Dear Coach.
Dear Coach, they don't teach you that inner strength is the most important kind of strong. But you taught me that.
They don't teach you how to build confidence in yourself or how to deal with all the pressures all at once. But you taught me that.
First tee was more than golf. It's where I discovered what I'm capable of.
You didn't just prepare me for 18 holes. You were preparing me for every day of my life. Learn more at firsttee.org.
Welcome back to Grayson County High School. 1-0 Owensboro leads. It'll be the middle of the order for Grayson County. Kinsley Chambers will get us going. I'd like to see the bats get rolling here, Steven.
Yeah, was able to make some good swings, but not able to put it where the defense wasn't in that first inning. And I'd like to see Like to see a few base runners here.
And the best way to start a rally is that first runner get on base.
Yep.
And Kinsling Chambers is probably somebody that you'd want up when you need that. One of the best bats in this Lady Cougar lineup, and I like what she's doing. She's out there looking and staring down the pitcher, ready to swing the bat. She's changed number 40 tonight.
Yeah,
Usually she wears 37.
Kind of got that open stance, too, where her front foot is back behind her and allows her to glide into it as she begins to swing.
Chambers hitting .375, 14 RBIs, couple of doubles, and a triple. Trying to get the Lady Cougars rolling here as they trail 1-0. An unearned run crossed. And here comes the first pitch from Paisley Hodge, and it's in there for a called strike.
Sam, just looking at the defensive alignment right now, man, you got a whole lot of green grass. If you could just pop one right over the first baseman's head, you could hit it over there and run for a while.
As right fielder is shaded over for Chambers to pull. And that's right back up the middle instead, just underneath the glove of Hodge, who almost made a really nice play in the circle. But that's a leadoff runner on base for Grayson County.
Exactly what we were looking for. Did a good job of putting that one right back up the middle. Nice base hit.
Ashlyn Rainey, only her 7th plate appearance of the season for the 7th grader for Grayson County. Looking for her first career hit, and what better time than right now?
Made a couple good defensive plays already.
And the first pitch, she shows bunt, pulls back. It's a called strike. Bunting is a art.
It really is, yeah. And, you know, we probably talked about this the last time I was here, Sam, but that circle's not too far away.
It is not. And it gets on you quick. And bunting is one of those things that she takes a swing at this one and fouls it off that I think it looks a whole lot easier than it actually is.
Yeah, and I've heard some major league commentators talking about it, that it's made a little bit more of a comeback here recently, that teams are using the small ball a little bit more than maybe they did.
The 0-2 pitch coming to Rainey is a swing and a miss. She'll go down on strikes, and it'll be J.C. Alexander to hit. In the high school game, I'm okay with a bunt.
Mm-hmm.
Professional game, never.
You don't like it?
No. I think if you're trying to bunt for a base hit, I think it can work, but sacrifices, analytically, you should never do it.
Yeah.
I did a great read into it one day on reading into bunting and the factoids behind it, and it there is no like stats that back it up of being something that is intelligent. Now, in extra innings, maybe. As Alexander watches the first pitch outside for ball one. JC hitting 189, 5 RBIs, and a couple of doubles. She had a really good game against Butler County last week. See if she can't build upon that. A little hit and run here or something.
Yeah, something to mix it up maybe a little bit.
Alexander can put contact into it. And sends a ground ball into left field for a base hit. Chambers will stay at second, but the Lady Cougars have something rolling here with one out in the second.
Yeah, hit that one really, really soundly, and ball got out to the left fielder pretty quick. Didn't allow the runner to advance.
That sound, love it.
Yeah.
That was just one of those that sounded great off the bat. As Carly Harrington comes in to hit, 289 average, 5 RBIs, and a couple of doubles for the Lady Cougars. Couple of runners on base. Grayson trailing 1-0. And the first pitch is fouled off. Jeff Rack, the head coach, coaching down in the third base coach's box. Nicole Armstrong down in the first base coach's box. Shelby Davis running things in the dugout for Grayson County. The 0-1 pitch. Harrington fouls it off again.
Like the coaching there. He told her to watch for the changeup.
And that changeup, I don't. It's almost an ephus, because it is very slow. I would swing out of my shoes every single time I saw that.
Swing and then gather yourself and swing again.
Pretty much, I'd be like one of the cartoon characters that starts spinning around in a circle.
Good
and
pop.
Instead, it's a line drive base hit into right field. Chambers rounding in. She's going to score easily, and the base hit by Carly Harrington ties us up here at 1.
Good piece of hitting right there again with Harrington didn't try to do too much with it, just poked it into right field, got herself an RBI, kept the two runners on the base pass. Good little rally time for the Lady Cougs.
And it is like the baseball or softball rule that if you make a great play in the field, you come up to hit in the next inning. That's what Bailey McAllister is going to do, hitting .213 this year. Let's see if she can make a great play swinging the bat as well. Take something off of that. That's a swing and a miss for the 9-hole hitter, Bailey McAllister, as we're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, she got a little bit twisted up on that play and had to turn mid-flight and then try to make a basket catch, and it popped, and it caught it with her hand. And
just fouls that one off. Tell you, Steven, they're coming at our camera here tonight.
They are. They've got just enough of them to bring it back here toward us then.
I don't know if our director, Addison, said something to them or something or what, because they're coming at her directly.
She's looking at that net like she didn't trust it.
The 0-2 pitch coming to McAllister from Hodge. And it's a looper, and that's down for a base hit. They had to wait and see if the right fielder was going to catch it. And now Harrington goes too much as she rounded, and she's going to be out on the base paths.
Tough break right there as Harrington was breaking to third and didn't realize.
Oh, they're going to say. Are they going to say safe?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought the umpire was saying that she was safe out there, but it's a single. And Harrington is out on the base paths.
I think Coach Rack was maybe wanting Alexander to try to score on that one, and she just got crossed up a little bit. Maybe Harrington picked up that signal, and Alexander didn't.
Ellie Bratcher to hit now for Grayson County, and she's going to call time. Bratcher popped out in foul territory in her opening plate appearance. And there's that little, I don't know if it's technically a changeup or even an ephus of sorts, as it's very slow on that outside corner. Gosh, she could throw that to me all night, and I'd swing over top of it every single time.
Count the seams when it's coming in.
1-0 coming from Paisley Hodge. Outside, especially when she follows it up with the speed on the outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 down, bottom of 2, tied at 1. Potential go-ahead run. Stands at third in J.C. Alexander. In the dirt, nice pick by Stalling. She's made a couple of nice picks down there. Three balls, no strikes. You green light in here?
Probably, because Ellie's one of your better hitters.
I'm assuming it's a take. But I love a green light on a 3-0. And I don't think there was one there because it's a called strike. Not quite right down Broadway, but it was pretty close to it.
Caught enough of the plate that it was no argument from Ellie. But, again, there's a reason why you and I are standing back here and we're not in
I thought that was a strike.
Boxes.
Yeah. I would have loved it. I like it on a 3-0. When you have a player that you know that can flat out hit it, let her hit it. And it's a slow grounder to third. Hall will throw on. That is the inning. However, Grayson County does get 1 run, and we're tied at 1 as we head to the third. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
At your global getaway, we're all about creating unforgettable journeys. Now's the perfect time to plan your 2026 adventure. Fancy a Royal Caribbean cruise, a Hawaiian escape, or a magical Disney World trip? We've got you covered. As a Royal Caribbean Master of Adventure, we're here for your cruise weddings, honeymoons, and vow renewals. Trust us, you'll be in expert hands. Visit yourglobalgetaway.com and let's make your dreams a reality. Your adventure awaits.
As we say during basketball season, Stephen, we could pay extra for the conversations that happen off air. We could probably raise money to build a new high school.
It would, yeah.
No further comments needed.
Nothing I can say can add to that conversation, Sam. But
1-1.
Here we are back.
It's tied at 1 here as we head to the top of the third inning. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith with you here. It's turned out. I mean, when that sun goes down, it's going to be chilly. But right now, it's comfortable. As you know, because I get a little bit of this sun and it feels good.
Yeah.
And luckily, the other day we had the clouds that would peak, and when those clouds would come out, it would get chilly. And so it'll be Gracie Beth Parker to hit now for Owensboro to lead off the top of the third, tied at 1. She lined out to the second baseman, Rainey, her first plate appearance. The first pitch misses outside for ball 1. What have you seen from Ellie so far?
Well, I was just watching that pitch, and it looks like the umpire maybe is giving them a little bit on that outside edge of the plate. So I like that Ellie is trying to work that side a little bit, but seems to be in control of the pitches that she wants to be throwing.
2-0 pitch, ground ball. Chambers goes over to grab it, throws on, gets the runner. Nice play by Kinsley Chambers to get the first out in the third.
Had to cover a little ground to get over to that one, but looked like she'd done it a million times and did great.
Looking like Ellie De La Cruz out there.
There you go.
Maybe doesn't throw it quite as hard
Yeah.
as Ellie. I mean, I think Ellie only throws it about 95 across the diamond.
Yeah.
Sydney Stallings. First pitch outside for ball 1.
I was watching a game the other night, and a team got a double play, and the throw from second to first to get the double play.
That pitch misses high.
Was thrown harder than the pitch from the pitcher.
Yeah, I think Ellie was clocked one time at like 101 on a throw.
Get a little bit of a crow hop, especially.
That's a line drive into left field. Harrington has to catch up to that, reaches it out, closes her eyes, and got it.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if that one wasn't knuckling a little bit, because I think it got on her quick enough where she really didn't have time to think, just react.
Sometimes that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, it really is.
Irish Barksdale singled on a ground ball, ripped up the middle in her last plate appearance. You might remember that one. She kind of hit it where she pitched. Not really sure what we're waiting on. Yeah, as the umpire said, we're waiting on you. She said, are you waiting on me? He says, yeah, we're waiting on you. As Barksdale misses that, and I think it is a ball was the call. As Barksdale went to swing, and I think it kind of crossed up dash on that. Barksdale only a sophomore for the Lady Devils. And I mentioned volleyball is her sport, and it's a foul ball.
Those are the ones that always get me, how crazy it is that a player can swing fully and the ball goes about 6 inches.
Baseball or softball, you know. It's a weird game. Weird things can happen. 1-1 pitch. Cold strike on low in the inside corner. And if I'm Ellie, I go right back to that same spot.
I like that same.
Barksdale, with her height, if she gets down and gets that, it's going to be a foul ball or it's going to be a ground ball.
Yeah.
And goes right to it. That ends the inning.
Good
Takes
pitch.
Deli Bradshaw only go 10 pitches to get rid of the Lady Devils in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of 3, 1-1. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Bottom of the third inning, Elizabeth Haycraft will lead us off here from Grayson County High School. Sam and Steven with you here. We'll try to get, in fact, I meant to give an update from the Cougar baseball game. They're playing down at Caverna today.
Good response from the Lady Cougars right there to battle back and have a clean inning. after they gave up, two clean innings after giving one up in the first.
Baseball up 1-0 against Caverna, top of the third inning. We'll keep you updated on that. Before Elizabeth hits here, I want to make sure we give a shout-out to Mr. Spirit. He's watching today.
Okay.
I know he says he's going to try and get out to a game before the season ends, and I know the team would love to see you. But if not, we know you'll be locked into our coverage. His first pitch coming to Haycraft is a line drive into center field, and it is a diving attempt almost made by Sykes, but it ends up popping out of her glove. Base hit for Haycraft.
Really, really good play right there by Sykes to even get a glove on it. I didn't think she had a chance as softly as she hit it, but she did a good job and just couldn't reel it in.
If she'd have caught that, we'd have been calling SportsCenter.
Yeah, that's right.
We've gotten on SportsCenter for a baseball play, not for softball, though.
Okay, well.
And listen, I'll submit it for an opposing player. Listen, a good catch is a good catch. Layla Lacefield worked a walk. Her first plate appearance shows bunt, pulls back.
Yeah, like you see who's on first base, and no doubt every team in the region knows the speed that Elizabeth Haycraft has on the base path.
And you might even want to just say, let's start her.
Mm-hmm.
Not even need to bunt. Lacefield shows bunt, misses, and right on cue, Haycraft runs. The ball goes into center field. It's a stolen base. And a swing and a miss on the same play.
I don't know if that one was right on point, if they would have got her, because she got a good break there.
And she's got good speed. Now, do you keep the bunt on here on 1-1, try and advance her to third?
I probably do with no outs.
1-1, no bunt. That's that changeup, misses outside. Hodge has not been able to land that for a strike yet. And I'm not sure if that's part of the positioning of that pitch is to try and get somebody to chase it. I would. But I'd chase a lot of pitches. I'd be up there trying to swing. Called strike. Goes to that fastball.
Again, the umpire there looks like he's favoring that outside part of the plate. He's been consistent, so that's really all I think that you can ask for, Sam.
Yeah, and listen, that's the best kind of umpire. And Lacefield sends that one. That'll be our first cow pasture shot of the day. I'm a little disappointed we haven't had our sound effect come through in a couple of games. The moo that will sometimes play is the cow pasture that backs up to Grayson County High School here.
I did get a question, Sam, why you don't go up in the
There's not enough room.
stands, and that's what I assumed it was.
It's fouled off.
Yeah, that one, Lacefield there did exactly probably what most kids would do in that situation. She took it off and was way out in front of it. Probably lucky that she was able to get a little bit on it to drive it foul there toward third base.
Yeah, it's one of those, when they get a PA announcer and a scoreboard operator up there, it's a little bit of a tight squeeze, and honestly, I like this view here too. Break-even pitch is fouled off.
Good job staying alive there by Lacefield.
And luckily, the baseball press box is about double the size,
yep.
So we have the room to get up there, and even then, it's sometimes a tight squeeze.
Looked like our camera operator maybe had that one coming right at him.
Break-even pitch. Lacefield goes down on strikes. First out here of the third inning. Reagan Nash grounded out in her first plate appearance. She'll come in to hit.
That's one of those, Sam, from the pitcher. It's just like, I'm going to give you my best one. If you can hit it, tip your hat, but you're getting some heat right here.
Come and get it.
Yep.
Nash looks in for the first pitch, and it's outside for ball one. I'm pretty impressed with Stallings back there. She's not letting anything get by her.
I was thinking the exact same thing. She's done a really good job, especially with speed on the base pass and Haycraft, and you know she has to be thinking about that, but she's been a good backstop there.
Only a sophomore.
Oh, wow. A lot of promise in this Lady Red Devil team.
Cold strike on the inside corner. Not necessarily a clean hold that time from Stallings, but still a strike anyways. Sometimes you see when the catcher doesn't have a clean hold, it's automatically a ball because the umpire can't really see it where it crosses. 1-1, runner on second is Elizabeth Haycraft. And that's a looper into left field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Haycraft slides into third. Nash takes a hard turn around first. You got runners on the corners here with 1 out in the third.
Yeah, Haycraft couldn't take a very good lead right there, thinking it may be hit softly enough that the shortstop could get back and catch it, so was only able to advance to third. What a good job there by Reagan Nash of putting runner in scoring position over to third.
And you've got a good hitter coming up in Kinsley Chambers, who ripped one up the middle in her last plate appearance. They are playing for her to pull. Chambers takes a long look, spins the bat in her hand. It's a called strike. Defensive indifference will allow Nash to advance down to second. And Owensboro has to let that one go, because as soon as that ball's thrown, Haycraft breaking for home to try and give the Lady Cougars a lead. The 0-1 just fouled off. Did we get another flinch back there?
Absolutely. She almost leaned into my hip right here, Sam.
As long as she doesn't break my chair, like falling out of it or something, we're going to be okay. Oh, no balls, 2 strikes. Runners on second and third. Be a big opportunity here to put one into the outfield, score a couple.
A lot of room out there in right center.
0-2 pitch is popped up in the infield. That's going to be caught.
Yeah,
and that
tough break there.
is the last thing you wanted. Elizabeth Haycraft's fast. I don't know that she's fast enough to score on a sac fly just on the outer edge of the circle.
Yeah, when the pitcher's closer to home plate than the runner is, that'd be tough.
Ashlyn Rainey. If Lady Cougars are going to get any runners in here, it's going to be up to the 7th grader. Looking for her first career varsity hit. Also her first career RBIs. What better time than right now?
I was going to say it'd be a really good time to square one up here and get at least 1, maybe 2.
And I like your Jeff Rack takes a timeout and is going to talk to her. And, young player has had 7 career varsity at-bats.
Yep.
You got to wonder what's going through her mind here.
Well, you got 2 on, a big time, 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. I do like the opportunity there that Coach Rack took to maybe calm her down a little bit and just say, hey, you got this.
It's the same thing as JV. It's softball.
Yep.
See ball, hit ball. And just gets enough of that to foul it off. 1-1. Probably part of it is to just put the ball in play.
Yeah, and you think about, Rainey here. I know that she's been active in travel softball, and she's played a ton. And, once you get in that batter's box, if you can get all of those distractions out of the way, it's just playing ball.
2 down here in the third. Way outside, but a nice job once again by Stallings behind the plate.
I think that maybe surprised her that she was able to get to it.
The 2-1. Ball misses low, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. JC Alexander awaits the on-deck circle. And if you're Rainey here, are you taking?
Oh, man,
You're going to get a good pitch.
Yeah, because you've got another chance, probably a good time to take.
Here comes the 3-1. She doesn't. It's a ground ball to Souders. It's short, runs into the runner, and it's a tag there, so it's a fielder's choice. They're looking for interference is what the call is.
Coach Rack doesn't like it.
And they're going to call time here to discuss this. They're wanting an interference call. They're going to have to talk this over to see if the runners are going to stay on or not. Kind of an interesting play there. Because if it's an interference, the play's dead. They're going to have to, Jeff Rack is going to talk. They're going to say that is the play. Because interference, I believe the play should be dead. But regardless, that's the inning. We head to the 4th. It's 1-1 between Grayson County and Owensboro. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Friends don't let friends overspend. If you're looking to upgrade your home without blowing your budget, at Box Drop Litchfield, we've got brand new mattresses and furniture at the lowest prices around. Everything's in stock and ready to go, so you can take it home today. Hurry, because the first to arrive gets the best selection. Find us at 115 Sequoia Drive, across from Farmer's Feed Mill. Box Drop Litchfield. Come see what everyone's talking about, and a proud sponsor of Cougar Sports.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
To Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars and Lady Devils are knotted up in one as we head to the fourth. We mentioned, earlier that you could pay extra for the conversations. You could be paying extra for the dance moves. It just happened from Stephen Smith over there. I'm sure that no one loves that more than your daughter, Hannah, who's sitting over there to the left. I think she wants you to dance more.
Yeah, she's probably thinking about.
I like that she's not making any eye contact with you whatsoever, pretending that she's playing on her phone and ignoring it. Or did she text you?
She did text me, and it was a pretty good one that she sent me there. So,
an update of the Cougar baseball game. They're up 6-0. In the top of the third inning.
The Weird Al parody of this song.
Yes.
Which is a pretty good call by her.
I am impressed that she knows that.
Yeah.
Good job, Dad. I think you could probably take – I'm sure that's probably you taking credit for that rather
absolutely. I was telling Sam, folks, before I came over here, me and Eli were listening to some classic music, and Eli's a Queen fan, and I always appreciated Queen's music. So,
leading off, Ella Hall. And first pitch from Bratcher is outside for ball one. For Ellie, in the 3 innings, she's allowed 4 hits, an earned run, a couple of strikeouts in this game. That's a ground ball to Chambers on the low hop, bobbles, recovers, throws.
Made it.
Not in time. Bang, bang play. And Chambers, I think we're probably going to have to go E6 on that.
Yeah, the ball, that me and you couldn't have made that play, but probably one Chambers. If she had 10 opportunities, she's going to make that 9 times.
Especially me being left-handed. I'm going to have to backhand that, throw across my body. Yeah, that Scott would have had to come out probably after that, after I tear something. Runner is off. Throw down is not in time. Bang, bang. As the pitch.
Had a pretty good view of that one, and it looked like the umpire made, or the field. Is he an umpire? No.
Yes, field umpire.
Field umpire. He made the right call on that one.
1-0 to Reese Richards, who grounded out to Chambers in her first plate appearance. And that's low and in the dirt. Owensboro puts that runner in scoring position. Last time they had their leadoff runner get on base and get into scoring position, they scored on the pass ball.
Here's where Ellie Bratcher really has to lock in and
just worry about the hitter up. Showing bunt, pulling back, runner is off to third, and nobody's there to cover.
That's the play I was thinking about earlier with Elizabeth, where when she showed to bunt, the third baseman has no choice but to break to get the bunt, and that calls for the shortstop to go over and cover third. So pretty good job of coaching right there by Owensboro to get their player to third.
That's popped off. So a couple of steals for Hall puts the go-ahead run now just 60 feet away. Richards, the left fielder for this Owensboro team. We mentioned they play in a brutal district, and as a whole, they've played the 4th hardest schedule in the region.
Oh, wow.
And it helps when you play Davis County twice, who is, I think, 21-1. That's a ground ball to Chambers. That's going to allow the run to score, and Owensboro takes a 2-1 advantage.
Chambers did a good job on that one to keep it in front of her, went down to one knee, and I saw her look home, and Reagan Nash wisely told her to go to first because the runner had already broken home.
That's a really good sequence there for the Lady Devils.
Yep, it really was.
Taylor Souders, the shortstop, grounded out to Alexander at third in her first plate appearance, and it misses outside for ball one. That allows and puts a lot more just juice into that Owensboro Red Devil.
Oh, nice play.
Dugout, and there is a ground out. Alexander, a nice pick down at third. They call it the hot corner for a reason. A nice play for Alexander.
Ellie Bratcher wanted 3 on that one, but just the second out.
I give her credit. Sometimes you got to try for it.
Absolutely, yeah. Make sure everybody's staying. I'm
pretty sure Joey Votto is infamous for getting a 3-ball walk one time. He got 3 balls and just took down to first, and nobody caught it.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I think the umpire was probably like, well, if Joey Votto says he's probably right. Harris comes in and sends a deep fly into center field. Haycraft going back, looks up, and it's off the wall. Digging for second is Harris. The throw comes in, and she is just in ahead of the tag. A double off the wall for Harris. Her first hit of the season.
I guess Haycraft was maybe playing her in. You said that was her first hit of the season? Haycraft was playing her in a little bit closer, and she burned her right there, but Haycraft kind of made the play interesting there at second base.
Audrey Potter 1 for 1. She had that play, if you remember, that hit off of Bratcher's glove, and it was an infield single. And swings and misses at the pitch high. With one of those bad luck plays that...
Talk about going back to the same pitch. I think you throw another one high right here, Sam.
Looked like she wanted it there. Instead goes low.
What do I know?
It's a ball low. We don't know anything back here.
No.
The listeners expect that throughout the years. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the ball misses low. We mentioned, and I think she got the hit right after, so we didn't get to really talk a lot about it. The bat for Audrey Potter. It looks like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Pixelated?
Called strike. It's like it looks like a bunch of paint chips put together or something.
Paint swatches.
It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Like pixelated rainbow of sorts. Break-even pitch. Popped up. Out of play. Heads up over to the right. Luckily, nobody's standing down there. Runner stands on second as Harris, as Owensboro has jumped out to a 2-1 advantage here in the 4th inning of this game. And I like that pitch there from Bratcher. Had one to work with, went high and outside, and Potter wanted to swing, but was able to hold back.
Yeah, throw a pitch, you burn one there. There's no way that she can hit, and maybe try to get her to fan it.
This is a really big pitch, though, because the lineup flips back over to Sykes, and it's popped off behind the dish. And we mentioned Sykes is the best bat in this Owensboro lineup, and you absolutely don't want her to come up with runners on base. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And it's a walk outside, and there's runners on first and second for Haley Sykes. Sykes is 1 for 2, but flew out to deep right field that McAllister ended up making a pretty nice play on. Sykes, the last time these two teams matched up, she had a pretty decent day at the office, Stephen. 3 for 4 with a couple of home runs and 3 RBIs.
Wow.
The wildest part is that 2 home runs is not the most she's hit in a game all season.
Wow.
Against Crittenden County, she hit 3 of them. And she hits one here, back into deep center field. Haycraft looks up, that ball's gone.
Yeah.
Home run for Haley Sykes to make it a 5-1 ball game. For Sykes, her 7th of the season and her 3rd against the Lady Cougars this season.
Put a charge into that one is maybe not a no-doubter, but there wasn't a whole lot of doubts about it.
And sometimes you'll see the wind blow out here. It's not blowing at all.
No.
And that was just a big hit by a really good player in Sykes.
Flags hanging straight down, so no wind whatsoever.
You know, we talked with Jeff Rack before the game, and he had mentioned, I asked him, do you pitch around Sykes? And he said, no, the goal is that she's just up when nobody's on base.
Made you pay that last time.
Walks will haunt.
Yep.
It's called strike to Parker. She's 0 for 2, grounded out to short, and lined out to Rainey at second, back in the first. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Owensboro scored 4 runs in this 4th inning of play. Trying to snap a 17-game losing streak, and that's ripped up the middle right at Haycraft, though, to end the inning. But the Lady Devils score 4 runs on 2 hits and an error. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 5-1, as this is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
The primary election is coming. And tonight, there's something worth remembering. Your voice matters.
Hi, I'm Secretary of State Michael Adams, here to remind you, take a few minutes, show up, and vote in our May primary election.
Make a plan. Be there. Your vote is your voice. Use it. Learn more at sos.ky.gov. Sponsored by the Kentucky Secretary of State's Office.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
Welcome back to Grayson County High School, where it is a 5-1 Grayson County deficit now. Stephen, finding yourselves down 4 now. I mean, the way to get this going is you just got to go one at a time.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Sam. There's not a, with nobody on, obviously, there's not a four-run swing that J.C. Alexander can do right now. I think it ought to be her goal to just put one in a gap somewhere, get on base, hand it over to Harrington.
Alexander 1 for 1 at a ground ball base hit in the left field, and that would work too. Just find a way to get on base. And first pitch coming for Hodge is popped up, and Barksdale's not going to be able to go grab that. She's got long legs, not quite that long to go out and grab that.
I don't know about you, Sam, but for me, this doesn't look like a 2-20 team.
No. I mean, and part of it, like we mentioned, they've played the 4th hardest schedule in the region.
Yeah.
And that adds up.
You know, you think about the right up the middle, we've got a really good catcher, pitchers throwing strikes. Don't think they've had any errors maybe yet.
Nope. 2 errors by Grayson County. Had 6 hits offensively as well. Now, those 4 runs that they scored in the 4th inning were all unearned after an error. Got things going. And, you know, errors and walks will haunt. Good check by Alexander to not swing at the pitch high and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning after Owensboro has taken a 5-1 advantage. And as Hodge now, she gets to pitch completely different.
Oh, yeah.
Be a little bit more aggressive. And Alexander flies one back into deep left field. Richards, kind of an awkward stumble back there, but is able to go back and grab it.
Put a decent charge into it, but kind of hit it right to the left fielder there, Hodge, where she was able to get underneath it.
Be one of those that if the wind was blowing out, might have been able to make things interesting on that. Carly Harrington, 1 for 1. She had a single into left field in her first plate appearance. Grayson County stranding runners on base has been the story really a lot of the season. And again here tonight. And Harrington sends one into right field again for another base hit for Carly Harrington.
Didn't try to do anything too much with it, just poked it over into right field.
Bailey McAllister, bloop hit into right field in her first plate appearance.
You look up and you're down 5-1. Your job is to get a hit and give it up to the next one. Let them do the same.
Souders at it short, has to tie her shoe. I think she said sorry to Hodge, the pitcher. We're good. We're ready to roll here. Bailey McAllister. And McAllister watches a pitch high for ball number 1. You know, and this is one of these things where you don't even need to get all 4 in this inning. You get 1 in this inning, 1 in the next. Yep. Start just chipping away, and you're just going to trust that Ellie Bratcher can keep you in it at 5-1. Ball high, back pick. In time is Harrington. Stephen, you've heard me talk about this quite a bit. I despise the back pick.
Yeah.
Despise the back pick.
Yeah, a lot of bad things could happen, and the chance of picking somebody off like that's pretty slim.
Cold strike to McAllister at the knees. I just, like you said, so many bad things can happen. First baseman doesn't get quite a clean read on it. Bad throw. It hits the runner. I think the bad outweighs the good. The 2-1 goes to the backstop. Harrington will advance. Down to second on the wild pitch.
And looking down there at first, too, you add another layer of complexity with the sun right in our eyes.
Yeah, because you see that Owensboro looks like second baseman Parker does have sunglasses on, but Barksdale doesn't at first, and Harrison Wright does not either. And that sun, there is no clouds blocking it whatsoever. It is shining right in the eyes. 3-1 pitch to McAllister, pops off out of play. There you go.
There you
go. That's
Yeah.
not bad. That's not bad. Hodge, 62nd pitch of the game. Coming here with one down. And it's in the dirt. Goes to the backstop. Harrington immediately runs down to third. She's going to stop there as it ends up rolling halfway up the line. And it's a walk for Bailey McAllister. And the wild pitch will advance Harrington down to third.
Again, good awareness there with Harrington. Looks like we're going to get maybe a courtesy runner.
It'll go down technically as a pinch runner, but it'll maybe be a re-entrance. And it looks like it'll be Bogazuski to run. And I guess this will be one of these. I'm assuming it is a pinch runner that will re-enter the game. So it is technically it's not because technically a courtesy runner can only be for the pitcher or the catcher, but it really is a courtesy runner.
Acts the same.
Exactly. Ellie Bratcher 0 for 2 today, trying to help herself out here, and she pops one into center field. Charging in is Sykes. She has it. Harrington does not tag up on it as it was too shallow.
Harrington was focused straight on home plate and just waiting for the word from her coach, and he had a good bead on it and decided to not send her because Sykes was coming in with a full head of steam, probably wisely.
Yeah, if it was a little deeper, maybe you do.
Or if she was going to one way or the other, maybe.
But yeah, it would have been a opportunity to throw a strike to the plate. And hindsight's 20/20 on plays like that, and obviously Jeff Rack knows his team better than anybody. Haycraft 1 for 2 today, and it inside for ball 1.
And Sykes a pretty good player out there in center field, so.
Haycraft had a little blooper that Sykes almost made an incredible play on in her last plate appearance. One of those that Elizabeth probably would have been like, really? Is that really the play you want to make against me? What did I ever do to you? The 1-0. Haycraft pops it up. It will go behind us and out of play. See, we do have to be careful because there is about, what are we saying, maybe 2 feet of open gap.
Yeah.
That it could drop down here. And the issue is that would then drop right on the equipment. So we're going to have to knock it out of the way or something.
I'm going to try to catch it, but.
See, the best part is that's right on camera. So if you drop it, we can send you to I think tomorrow morning's the not top 10 on SportsCenter. The 1-1 pops high. And advancing down to second on the play is Bogazuski. Probably go down as indifference.
More than likely, I'd probably take it off my nose, Sam.
I'd find some way to. Scott probably doesn't want me to do it because I probably need to call him over. And he'd probably say, I'm not being paid to deal with you.
Take care of you.
The 2-1. There's a line drive, base hit into left center field. Bogazuski is going to stay at third. Advancing backside, Haycraft to second, and it's a really smart base running by Elizabeth Haycraft because if the throw goes in, you can bound for home with Bogazuski.
Yeah, you can tell Coach Rack has a lot of respect for Sykes out there in center field. I don't know who that is on third base.
Bogazuski, the runner.
Pinch/courtesy runner.
Correct. It'll be Layla Lacefield, a senior with a huge opportunity here. You've at least gotten one, but you'd love to get 2 or more here. That pops outside for ball 1. Lacefield walked and struck out tonight. Layla had a couple of RBIs in the Lady Cougars loss to LaRue County on Friday of last week. A little bloop hit up the middle, and that would work here. Ball inside. And I think you make her throw you a strike here.
Yeah, you probably do, especially already being up 2-0, and you've got a lot of speed on the base path right now and don't want to give one up where you can maybe look at a couple more.
Because I think you're probably sending Haycraft on a hit as there's a line drive over top of the shortstop Souders. You are going to hold Haycraft.
Yeah.
As Sykes was ready to throw, she was coming in. And Haycraft, if there's one person that Jeff Rack was thinking about it, he did. And he holds up the stop sign. It makes it, though, 5-3.
He did a pretty good job right there getting out in front of her because Haycraft was thinking, I'm going to score when it came off the bat, and Sykes looks like she maybe bobbled it a little bit. But, again, respect for that great player out there, so you want to continue this streak going here and not pick up the third out at home.
Jeff Rack almost had to go out there and tackle Elizabeth Haycraft, which obviously is an illegal play. But as the ball goes high for ball 1 to Reagan Nash, But Elizabeth, and knowing Elizabeth, I bet she'd have run right through him.
Yeah, but you got to like the resilience from the Lady Cougars right here, battling back, scoring a couple more runs.
Ball goes high. And I'll tell you what, if I'm Lacefield, not the fleetest of foot out at first, but with great speed at third, I think you got to at least send her here and make them throw down and
see what happens.
Yeah. Reagan Nash, slow grounder right side. Parker goes over, flips onto first, and that is the inning. Grayson County, though, does get 2 runs back. The bats wake up for both teams in the 4th. So we head to the 5th. It's 5-3. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where I don't know who's running the aux tonight there, but playing some classic hits there as the original version of Life is a Highway.
Yeah.
Tom Cochran being played there. If you had a Tom Cochran mention on your bingo card, congratulations, you won. Ellie Bradsher into pitch for Reagan Nash. You know, we mentioned that last time when you were here, you know, our director Addison got hit with a ball. It kind of reminds me of one of the best moments that ever happened in sports history. Randy Johnson hitting the bird. Remember that in baseball? What a great moment in sports history. Sydney Stallings leads off. 1 for 2. 1 for 2. That's just for Steven Smith. Just for Steven Smith.
Sam and I have a history about that moment. It was a great play, or
arguably one of the greatest moments in sports history. Ball goes down low. First pitch to Stallings. 1 for 2. I mean, that bird had a dream, but the team said different. Stallings pops it up. And that is going to be out of play. And I'm sure Alan Dotson in the press box is saying, thank goodness we got a roof on this.
A little bit too close for comfort there. It ended up getting away a little bit, but for a minute.
You can tell both of us kind of a little bit because we got the little lip that can protect us. There's a strike on the outside corner. Really good pitch from Bradsher. We mentioned Stallings. She's played a really good shortstop, or rather catcher today for Owensboro. And pops another one off behind the dish.
I've always heard, Sam, when you're popping them straight back like that, your timing is perfect. You're vertically, you're just a little bit under it right now. So Stallings is locked in. Maybe go a little off speed here.
And does. And Stallings sends one back into deep left field. Harrington looks up. That ball is off the base of the wall. Digging into second for a leadoff double is Sydney Stallings. Harrington kind of took an awkward path to that ball. I thought it was gone, but it was not.
Yeah, kind of hung up. What's the old major league? It's too high.
Courtesy runner for Owensboro, number 85, Aubrey Lewis.
Aubrey Lewis goes down to run at second. Irish Barksdale struck out looking at her last plate appearance and sent one back up the middle in her first plate appearance. And she sends this one back into deep left center field. Harrington looks up. That ball is off the wall again. Harrington bobbles it out there. They're going to have to hold the runner. Nope, going through, blowing through the stop sign. The throw is not in time. Barksdale advances down to third backside. Doubling off the wall, Lewis blows through the stop sign of Quincy Mormon, the head coach, and just barely gets underneath the tag.
Yeah, I think the timing of the throw was good, just a little bit too high where Reagan Nash couldn't get down quite as quick.
Yeah, if that throw was a little bit lower, Lewis would have been better than a doornail.
Yep.
Just misses high to
back
Ella Hull.
Hits off the bottom of the fence out in deep left field.
Owensboro smacking it off of Bratcher. They now have a 6-3 advantage. Called strike to Hull. This is one of these where if you're Ellie Bratcher, you almost go back to that backside of the circle, take a deep breath, and say, hey, let's go. We got this. After back-to-back smacks by the heart of the Owensboro order. The rocket pop bat. This is high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hull 0 for 2, struck out and reached on an error, a critical error back in the last inning that led all those 4 runs to score unearned. Off-speed pitch right down Broadway for a called strike. Fouled off. Owensboro trying to snap their 17-game losing streak here tonight. Only won 2 games all of this season. Union County and Breckenridge County are their 2 wins.
I'd say they're the best 2-win team in the state, Sam.
That's probably safe to say. 3-2 pitch.
There you
Down
go.
on strikes. Goes Hull, and it'll be Reese Richards, the left fielder, now to hit. A couple of groundouts for Richards. And Reagan Nash going to call time, go out and check and chat with Ellie Bratcher. Nash, one of the 2 seniors on this Lady Cougar squad. This is a one-on-one conversation, trying to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, and we also want to make sure we mention the team manager, Lizzie Atwood, over there. I know she's been a big part of this team this year. And
number 1,
what I understand, when Lizzie speaks, people listen and they respond.
100%. She's the glue.
Yeah.
Of the team. Showing bunt, and it's fouled. A little safety squeeze action there. Now, I do like a good suicide squeeze.
How could you not?
That was a safety squeeze, though. Richards left field. The 0-1 pitch is popped off right side out of play. That'll end up going. That's almost one of those 2 where you're in that weird position of, if that was in play, do you let it drop in foul territory because you have the runner on third to try and risk it? Of do you get the out but maybe let the run score? It's the interesting strategy, and it's tough for a player to think about that in the moment.
Yeah.
That one was out of play, so no decision needed. Headed to the backstop. Steven Smith had a good flinch on that.
That one got me pretty good there, Sam. It was coming right for my right ribs.
Yeah, if there was no net, Scott had needed to come give you an ice pack probably, right?
Yeah, or a gurney.
You'd have been keeled over probably.
Yeah.
I don't know that Scott can do much for a broken rib. Fouled off. I think Scott's glad he didn't have to deal with us.
Yeah, you're probably right. He'd probably say, listen, y'all aren't, you 2 are not in my job description. You're on your own.
He probably would, especially to me. Probably say, I remember I asked him for a Band-Aid one time. Inside pitch it goes.
Told you to go fly a kite.
Yeah, and then I showed him my finger, and he was like, okay, maybe you do need one. I think he even was like, do I need to put it on you? And I was like, Scott, I can do that. I'm not completely inept. Break-even pitch is popped off out of play. See, I hate it that since he's here tonight, sometimes when if there's baseball happening as well, it's a middle school game happening, he'll listen to make sure that if he needs to be called, it's his way of knowing. So he would be hearing this conversation.
Coming back
and I'd probably be getting a text message from him. Break-even pitch. Good job by Nash trying to get Richards to chase. What are you calling here on 3-2?
Really, right now, it's going to depend on what Reagan Nash feels most comfortable that Ellie's got right now.
I try and go that low inside corner. It's popped up in the infield, charging in, and Bratcher goes over to grab it instead. Lacefield was charging in. That was going to be a tough play for either one to make, and Bratcher ends up making it for the second out.
There's a major difference that you would never see in baseball. Pitcher probably doesn't even break on that one because infielders will definitely call off the pitcher. But a big out right there to get 2 outs, and now a ground ball into the inning.
Souders is grounded out to Alexander twice.
Good pitch.
There's a pitch right down Broadway for a cold strike to Souders. You're seeing Ellie pitch with a lot more confidence right now.
Settled in, got 2 runs back, and I think that probably bolstered her confidence.
Goes back to that pitch. Souders watches it just a little bit high.
I don't know if that's a rise ball, Sam, but they can
a rising
that,
fastball.
Yeah. I don't have any idea what that'd look like.
Well, it rises, right? Yeah. Pop fly, shallow center field, and Haycraft can't get there. It's going to drop for a base hit.
Yeah, kind of one of them times where you just hit it where they ain't.
And it makes it now a 7-3 Owensboro lead.
Again, probably a play that Haycraft would make many times.
Cold strike to Harris, who had her first hit of the season. And it didn't look like somebody's first hit of the season as she sent it off the wall in center field.
Yeah.
Almost left the yard. Owensboro's had a lot of long hits today. Here's a cold strike on the inside corner. Update from the baseball game. Bottom of the 4th inning. 9-0, they lead Caverna. Happening down in, I guess it's technically Horse Cave. The 0-2. Ball low. Cougar baseball team, we were scheduled to be with them tomorrow against Thomas Nelson. That game has been canceled. We'll be with them on Monday, so they take on Muhlenberg County. We'll get them twice next week. The 1-2. Cold strike 3. Good pitch by Bradshaw to end the inning. But Owensboro gets 2 runs back. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 7-3, Owensboro on top. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
We invite you to join us on Saturday, and I say us, meaning, Stephen, you're not going to be there. I'll be there, but I'll be behind the scenes as Grayson County's prom will happen on Saturday at Heavenly View, as we will be there for kind of the red carpet walk-in. That'll begin at 8 o'clock. Make sure to tune in, though, at about 7:50. We've got a special cold open that we filmed. I know our crew got a look at that. Addison, our director, was it good? She gives a thumbs up for it. So you'll get to see, do I give a tease just to our audience right now? We'll do that. So if you're listening right now, it's just me and you talking. We might be with Shane Decker when he gets fitted for his tux. Because his tux has been kind of a thing at the prom to be fancy.
Pink? Was it pink last year?
It was. It has been pink. Okay. I don't remember if it was pink last year or not.
Yeah.
But you'll get that opportunity to see how that looks in the shenanigans that come with it. Kinsley Chambers watched the first pitch outside for ball 1 as Grayson County trails 7-3. It's just between us, though. Can't share it anywhere.
Okay.
The 1-0 coming to Chambers from Paisley Hodge outside. Hodge today for Owensboro in her 4 innings, allowed 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a couple of walks and a couple of strikeouts. Grayson County finally got her squared up in that last inning, scoring 2.
Been a pretty good performance, though.
Right down Broadway, cold strike. I'm sure if you're Quincy Moorman and you told him it's 7-3 Owensboro in the bottom of the 5th, he'd say, I'll take it. But then again, I'm sure when you've lost 17 straight games, you'll take any lead. As Chambers pops it off out of play. You have found yourself a zip tie.
Yeah, I tried to undo them, but stuck my knife blade into my thumb, so I wisely put it in my
I was going to say, Scott's going to have to come bring you a Band-Aid. Break-even pitch is low, and the count will go full now. Big opportunity here for Kinsley Chambers when you're trying to get that comeback. Like we mentioned in the last inning, getting that first runner on base is huge. And it's a slow grounder to the third baseman, Hall. Chambers charging down the line.
Oh,
nice
wow.
pick by Barksdale, who does the splits, but hangs on for the first out.
Really nice play by Barksdale there, and like you said, did full splits right there, and no real question from the Lady Cougar coach there over at first.
And Parker, the second baseman, gave her a big hug for making the play. It looks like there's been some moving around. Parker is now at third, so she was the one that made the throw, and Hall is at second. So it's Parker that made that throw. I don't know when that change happened. But that's why the hug was happening, because it was a little bit of a low throw. Popped out of play from Ashlyn Rainey. Rainey 0 for 2. She had that weird play where it was a ground out that Jeff Rack was trying to ask for interference on the play, but ended up being blown as just a ground out. And there's a slow grounder. Nice backhand by Hodge. High throw.
Wow.
But when your first baseman is as tall as Barksdale, you can have a high throw. And that's the second out.
Again, really good defense by the Lady Red Devils here tonight. Again,
J.C. Alexander 1 for 2. Flew out to left and singled into left in her 2 plate appearances. Taking out that sun is starting to set a little more. It's starting to get a little chilly here at Grayson County High School.
Cooler.
I'm surprised you went with the shorts.
I have been cold since I was about 12.
Ball inside. First pitch to Alexander. I do know that usually this is about the moment where the K105 crew starts to complain about being cold, Stephen.
Well, they'd be complaining about something else if it wasn't cold.
Probably. Not that you ever have to deal with that with your children complaining about anything, right?
Nah.
2 balls, no strikes. I'm sure Eli's never complained about anything a day in his life.
He does a pretty good job.
Ball low. Well, now that he's got his own money, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He's single-handedly keeping a couple of the convenience stores in town in business from his.
He's probably got his own personal DoorDash driver, doesn't he?
Yeah.
3-0 pitch to Alexander is a ground ball. She swings on 3-0, and it's right to Hall, who throws on, and that's the inning. Lady Cougars go 1-2-3 in the 5th. We head to the 6th, 7-3. Grayson County trails Owensboro. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where it's 7-3. And if you're Ellie Bratcher, Stephen, you have got to keep that at 7 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's top of the 6th here. Ideally, you'd want to go 1-2-3 right here and get back into the dugout and get the bats going here a little bit.
The Audrey Potter. She had a huge walk back in the 4th inning that allowed for Sykes to come up to hit, and she ended up hitting a 3-run home run with 2 outs. Just a huge, huge walk. She'll lead off this inning. And the first pitch is fouled off. That time we didn't flinch.
We did not. The home plate umpire there got tangled up with it a little bit and was trying to kick it.
Now, our director, that's a different story. She did have a little bit of a flinch there. Pops straight up into the air. Ellie Bratcher has it read and has it grabbed for the first out of the 6th. One out. Haley Sykes, last time she was up, long ball.
Put one on the track.
Sykes, just a great hitter. She has 3 home runs against the Lady Cougars. And lines one right at Kinsley Chambers, who grabs it for the second out.
Squared that one up good, too, but Chambers was just right in the right position. All she had to do was just lift her glove and catch that one. But I think this is exactly, Sam, what we were saying. We needed 2 quick outs, get another one here, and get back into the dugout and get a few hits.
Gracie Beth Parker, 0 for 3 today. Ball misses. First pitch. Yeah, you're not scoring any runs if you're out in the field.
Yep.
And low, it is 2-0. Lady Cougars will play again on Monday as they host Whitesville Trinity. So there's a cold strike outside corner. And then they'll have North Hardin at home and Metcalfe County at home to close out the season next Thursday. 2-1 pitch. Popped off out of play from Parker. And then the game that matters more than anything, a week from Monday in Morgantown against what is almost assuredly Whitesville Trinity. Break-even pitch. Parker right back up the middle. That's going to be down for a base hit. Taycraft goes over quick to grab it. Hard turn for Parker, but she'll stay at first.
I know we talked about this during the, I don't know if it was the boys or the girls district tournament, but Whitesville Trinity softball is a really solid team, and to think that they've got about 100 kids in that school and are as good as they are, and several, I mean, their boys basketball made region tournament this year.
And you think that arguably one of their best players in the softball team is Sophie Hatfield, who hurt her knee in the district semifinals and is missing the entire season.
Saw a clip yesterday on social media that she and Bree Jones were, I guess, going to the same therapist and doing some exercises together, and I know that's definitely a big focus on both of those young ladies right now, working to get back to be ready to go this fall.
Stallings 2 for 3. Ball pops high. Last time up, she sent one off the base of the wall in left field. Got a double and a single today. And that misses, and it's 3-0 to Stallings. Barksdale waits on deck, and in her last plate appearance, she did the same exact thing, nearly identical spots. There's a cold strike. That's the old 3-0 Leo kind of thing, where that 3-0, that with no ABS, that strike zone opens up.
Yep.
That's a ground ball high chopper. Chambers goes over to grab it, throws on, and that is the inning. Lady Cougars going to need some runs. You want to try and get a couple of here as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-3, Owensboro on top, as this is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savebythescan.org.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
In every Kentucky community, families are working hard, but struggling to access what should be basic essentials, housing and childcare. Not luxuries, not extras, essentials. The Kentucky Chamber is focused on improving access to housing and childcare at all ages and stages because Kentucky's families and businesses depend on it. When Kentuckians speak up, legislators listen. Go to OpportunityStartsHere.com and add your name because a stronger Kentucky starts with housing and childcare. OpportunityStartsHere.com.
The sun is set here at Grayson County High School, and hopefully it's not set on the Lady Cougars here. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, they trail 7-3. And it'll be Carly Harrington, who's 2 for 2 today, to get us going.
Anybody out there in virtual land that's watching us and you got a cup of hot chocolate, I wouldn't turn it down.
See, I know that a couple of years ago, it's been maybe it might have been, I guess it might have been like 2021. As there's a foul ball first pitch. They had smoked bologna sandwiches at the concession stand. And I was making a comment that they had it, and like an inning or two later, they walked down and they brought one to me. And you don't know the best part about it, as we'll tell you after this pitch, is Carly Harrington fouls it off. One of these days, she's not going to flinch.
Yeah, that's a tough to not respond to that.
Yeah, because that one, if there was no wall there, it would have been a chin shot for Addison. But the best part is they brought me only one, so I got to eat it in front of our crew member.
Ah, perfect.
It was great. They were quite jealous.
They don't ever bring anything to us. So
no. The 0-2. Popped up, shallow center field. Sykes has it. That's one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But, yeah, if they wanted to bring a chicken sandwich or a burger or popcorn or something,
peanuts or
Cracker Jacks. Honestly, anything.
Scoop up something off the floor.
Yeah, they probably had that one chicken breast that they burnt a little bit. Probably have my name on that. Bailey McAllister 1 for 1. Worked a walk in her last plate appearance. And that's in there for a cold strike. Hodges really settled in over these last couple of innings after giving up 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. She's mowed down since that point. And McAllister pops one into left center field. That's a long run, and it's going to drop down, and McAllister will go into second base standing up.
Good job.
So it was a long run for Sykes, and you could tell not necessarily on the same page with Richards and Sykes out there, and it ended up dropping in for a base hit.
Probably should have been Richardson's ball right there, but it was really in between. Both of them got there, but weren't able to get it in the glove.
Ellie Bratcher 0 for 3 today. I'll take an 0 for 3 Ellie right now.
Yeah.
I mean, she's hungry and ready to help herself out. And the ball misses outside. But the big key to that is you don't want to come up to the plate looking like you're 0 for 3.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that makes you just a little bit too aggressive.
A little bit nervous and over-anxious.
And a slow grounder to third. Parker bobbles it, and it's going to be no play. E5 will allow Ellie Bratcher to reach base. And doesn't go down as a hit, but you know what?
Just as effective.
Doesn't necessarily matter that much. And it was one of those where I think the runner on second, Parker took a peek to see if McAllister was breaking, and that looking up for the ball caused her to bobble it.
And, even though she bobbled the ball, you commend her for not trying to throw it to first because there was no way she was going to get Ellie Bratcher.
As there's a ground ball for Haycraft. This could be trouble. The relay not even close. But coming in backside is McAllister, the slide, and she's out. And she was.
Yep.
That ends the inning. It's a double play to end it. And we head to the 7th. It's 7-3. This is Lady Cougars softball on K105.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You complete me. Together we're one. I never want to be without you. Together's more fun. Together we're one.
Welcome back to Grayson County High School. Tough break there for Grayson County. Trying to be aggressive on the base paths, trying to get a run in. And McAllister just out at the plate. It was one of those, took a good throw, good play by the catcher, and Owensboro just did it.
Yeah, you like to leverage the defense right there to try to get them to make a play, and they made a play right there, so you tip your hat to them.
Irish Barksdale has singled and doubled today. Last time she doubled off the base of the wall out in left field. And lines one into left field for a third hit of the game. Harrington goes over, can't get it. Barksdale's going to go into second. Play, throw just a little bit wide. Single and error.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that ruling.
Not that I'm the furthest thing from the official score, but I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Single and error, and it'll be Ella Hall. Another inning where Owensboro puts their leadoff runner on second base. Hall 0 for 3, watches the pitch high. She struck out twice and reached on an error. It was a big error back in the fourth inning that allowed the inning to extend. Lays a bunt down, and it's a good one. Bratcher picks it up, throwing, and out. Down at first. Hall was hustling, but just barely got it.
Good hustle, but I think it was the right call. Ellie did a good job of not getting excited there with the runner right next to her. Gobbled it up, threw it over to get the out.
Reese Richards. 0 for 3, the left fielder for Owensboro. And I'm sure that Quincy Moorman would love nothing more than to add another run here and get yourself out of slam range. And if you're Grayson, you got to try and keep that run from scoring. Ball in, and it gets through underneath. Play coming, and safe is Barksdale.
Pretty heads up there by Barksdale, reading the ball, getting away from Nash, who has had a pretty good night behind the plate as well.
I think I might call that one a pass ball.
Probably.
I think since it goes between the legs, I think that one might go down as that. It allows the runner to score. It's 2 balls and no strikes, and it is now 3-0. 8-3, Owensboro leads, trying to snap a 17-game losing streak against the Lady Cougars here tonight. And it's fouled off. So somebody was poking her head out of the dugout, and as soon as that ball was hit, she immediately went back in. It was well over top of the dugout, but wasn't going to take any risks. Looks like that's Parker. It's poking her head out. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Fouled. Well, had some spin on it. Ends up in between the legs of Richards. Reagan Nash said, hey, can I get that? I don't think Richards realized it was there. 3-2 pitch coming. And it's popped up. Chambers has it.
Ooh.
And that is the second out.
Made it look a little more interesting than I thought it was going to be, but was able to get underneath it there.
Taylor Souders 1 for 3. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be 3-4-5 in the order for Grayson County. Layla Lacefield, Reagan Nash, Kinsley Chambers. Grayson will need 5 to extend this game, as it's high for ball 1 to Souders. Souders had a bloop single in her last at bat. One that Haycraft just couldn't quite catch up to. Ellie today, 6 2/3, allowed 11 hits, 8 runs, only 3 of which are earned, with a walk and 4 strikeouts. And it's popped off out of play. Tell you, that one, I don't know if you had a great angle on that. The spin on that ball from Ellie Bratcher. It's one of those that I wish we had technology that would allow for us to slow it down and show you an instant replay of it. And that's taking something off of that. Swing and a miss. Break even. Fouled off. Got you a little bit there.
I wasn't jerking. I was responding to try to catch that one.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Now, did we get another flinch down there?
Addison Parker was flinching.
Yeah, well.
She didn't deny that one.
I don't know that she's avoided one yet.
Yep.
Break even. Popped up behind the dish. Nash has it, and that's the inning. Lady Cougars They're going to need 5 runs to extend it, 6 to send the fans home happy. 8-3, Owensboro leads. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
When I grow up, I want to be a ballerina.
Because dancing makes me happy. I get to entertain people, and nothing makes me feel more like me.
PI impacts millions of children's lives. Early and accurate diagnosis and treatment gives children like Olivia a chance to achieve their dreams.
It takes a great team to put on a show. It also takes a great team of caring people to keep a dream alive. And now my dreams are coming true.
For more information, visit our website at info4pi.org.
Sophia A., absent, because transportation was absent.
Maria J., absent, because child care for siblings was absent.
Julio M., absent, because housing was absent.
Cole W.
Darren L.
Olivia H., absent. Absent.
Absent.
Absent.
When communities and schools is present, 99% of our students are present and ready to learn.
Lady Cougars gonna need some runners here. As they trail 8-3, bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Lacefield, Nash, Chambers. So if you want to start a rally, heart of the order is the way to do it.
You don't necessarily have to have runners. Just hit 6 home runs.
It's fine with me. Lady Cougars haven't hit one all year.
Okay.
But hey, what better time than right now?
Let's get it going.
The biggest thing is that as Lacefield swings and misses is you're down 5. There's no home run that is going to score 5 runs.
Yep.
So you got to just chip away, and the best way to do that is first runner, get on base.
Owensboro's done that the last couple innings, getting their first.
Lacefield has reached base twice today, 1 for 2.
First batter of the inning, I think he's had to double the last 2, or has gotten on second base, maybe a double and then a single and an error.
Yeah, they've had the leadoff runner on in 4 of the 7 innings today. Those are the innings that they've scored. Ground ball to the shortstop, Souders. There's 1 out.
Played pretty well there by Souders, going to her left.
Reagan Nash, 1 for 3. Bloop single
Now batting, catcher number 34.
in this game. Lady Cougars trying to avoid a tough loss here tonight. Ball misses high to Chambers, or rather to Nash, as Chambers awaits in the on-deck circle. Shelby Davis now coaching first down there for Grayson. You kind of see them sometimes switch between her and Nicole Armstrong. 1-0, fouled off. If we're talking about somebody that could play some softball, Shelby definitely fits that category. She could hit it. She could field it out at shortstop. Longtime starter for the Lady Cougars. I believe started as a 7th grader.
Wow.
And would have played 8th grade, if my memory's right, but I don't think she could because, well, COVID. Fouled off. I think, did she avoid it that time?
No.
Oh.
She jerked.
I was saying, I'm being blocked. You are blocking her from me. And see, the best part is she's on camera for each of these.
Yeah.
We'll go back and just make a highlight reel of her flinches.
I think if one was coming right at my head, I'd probably jerk, but I've settled in here, Sam.
The 1-2. Nash pops it off, and that'll go out of play. I've been doing this long enough here, I guess 7 years standing right in this spot, that I'm like a statue.
Is that why
it takes
there's
some
holes in the gravel there?
You love my you should have seen it the day that we did 4 games in the region quarterfinals a couple of years ago. Just dug in. The 1-2 pitch, Nash fouls it off. They're coming for us tonight, Steven.
They are. There's been several come back here toward us, Sam.
Thank goodness there's a net.
Yeah, we wouldn't have any teeth or
Scott would have had to come over.
Eyes would be
black. I'd probably need a new pair of glasses.
Shut.
I didn't hear no bell. 1-2. Nash pops one right side. Harris charges, can't get there and gets away from her. Nash is thinking second all the way. There's a double for Reagan Nash.
Pretty good throw in there, but.
And if you want to start a rally, got to get someone on base to do it.
Good way to get it started.
Kinsley Chambers 1 for 3 in today's game. And if you are Owensboro, Reagan Nash means nothing. out
Yep.
there at second.
That's
If she
right.
wants to run in and score right now, you let her score.
Yep.
You just want to focus on what you're focusing on. As that pops off the glove on the pitch high, Nash will advance on the pass ball, and I like that there from Stallings. Not even really rushing.
Yep.
You're just worrying about the hitter of Chambers. If Nash wants to come home and score, let her do it.
Trade a couple runs for an out right here.
1-0 pitch coming to Chambers, 1 for 3. Pops high.
One thing I like about our home plate umpire here is he's calling ball, but he's telling them where it's at.
And that's
ball
helpful.
High, ball low, ball out, ball in.
He's called a good game. There's a cold strike.
I think the thing you've seen out of him today is whether you've agreed with everything or not, but he's been consistent, and that's what you want to see in any official.
Yes, and I haven't really had any complaint as far as him breaking that consistency.
Oh, I haven't either. We were talking off air. Maybe he has been a little bit wider than you would like to see, but it's been consistent for both teams. And as a player, you just have to adapt to that.
3-1 pitch coming. Chambers grounds one. That's into left field for a base hit. That'll make it 8-4. As Chambers has the RBI hit. And now you're in slam range.
Yeah, you just, like you said, I think you said it probably best, Sam, is you just chip away.
Now batting second baseman, number 11, Ashlyn Rainey.
Ashlyn Rainey 0 for 3. Couple of ground outs.
Going to get her first career hit right here, Sam.
I hope you're right. And misses outside. There comes that back pick. Even more so, Stephen, when you're up 4. The Chambers means nothing.
Yeah, it might.
Means nothing.
Yeah.
If anything else, just don't let her get in scoring position for free. And, if I'm Kinsley Chambers, I start doing a little dance out there, making them make a play.
Yeah,
you don't get too far away because you don't want to actually get picked off, but
the right fielder is probably further right than she's been the whole game. She's shallow or been shading towards center most of the night.
2-0 Rainey puts a good charge into it. Nice bare hand by Jeff Rack down there, third.
I think that one probably was in on the fist. May have jarred her hands a little bit.
That was a good swing.
It was a good swing. Got to love the no gloves.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. 2-1. Rainey fouls it off. It kind of had to extend that to go down and grab it. And I like it. It bounced up there on the wedge. I'm sure Stallings was happy that she didn't have to bend all the way down to grab it.
Right to Grandpa Rick Rainey, who's recording the game for his granddaughter right now. Or this at-bat, I should say.
I'm sure he'd love nothing more than record a big hit.
Absolutely.
Break-even pitch. Rainey pops it off. I was ready for that one.
Did you jerk that time? Okay, not that much.
Not that much, even though it was 15 feet above her head. It's okay. She'll learn. That's why we like baseball. We're in that nice little press box, and it would take a weird one to get in there.
Yep.
Break even one more time coming to Rainey. Rainey watches it outside. Good eye by Rainey. As it did just barely hit on that too far outside. 3-2. Chambers, the runner on first. Grayson trails by 4. Big pitch coming. Rainey pops it right side. Barksdale goes over and grabs it in foul territory. And the Lady Cougars are down to their final out.
Really the first time after that last pitch is the first time I've seen Hodges really show any emotion that she had disagreed with a pitch and kind of expected her maybe to be a little bit wild on that one. But, again, as we said before, she's pitched a heck of a game.
Yeah, for Hodge today, 6 2/3, 12 hits, 4 runs, only 3 earned, a couple of walks, a couple of strikeouts. She's done what she's needed them to do. Pitch misses high and another back pick. Chambers easily back there.
If that ball gets away, there's a lot of green grass back there behind.
And see, that's where, especially when you're up by 4.
Yeah.
And I guess you could say the same thing. You're up by 4, so you can afford to make that.
Yeah, take a chance.
And Alexander pops one behind the plate, or behind third, and Souders goes back to grab it. And Owensboro defeats Grayson County tonight by the final score of 8-4 and snaps their losing streak. We'll come back, wrap it up after this as the Lady Cougars fall 8-4. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
At your global getaway, we're all about creating unforgettable journeys. Now's the perfect time to plan your 2026 adventure. Fancy a Royal Caribbean cruise, a Hawaiian escape, or a magical Disney World trip? We've got you covered. As a Royal Caribbean Master of Adventure, we're here for your cruise weddings, honeymoons, and vow renewals. Trust us, you'll be in expert hands. Visit yourglobalgetaway.com and let's make your dreams a reality. Your adventure awaits.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Friends don't let friends overspend. If you're looking to upgrade your home without blowing your budget, at Box Drop Litchfield, we've got brand new mattresses and furniture at the lowest prices around. Everything's in stock and ready to go so you can take it home today. Hurry, because the first to arrive gets the best selection. Find us at 115 Sequoia Drive across from Farmer's Feed Mill. Box Drop Litchfield. Come see what everyone's talking about, and a proud sponsor of Cougar Sports.
Owensboro snaps their losing streak and defeats Grayson County today by the final score of 8-4. Update from the Cougar baseball game. They have defeated Caverna 12-0 in 5 innings. Shout out to Braden Elmore, 5-inning no-hitter today.
Wow. Good for him.
For Braden Elmore. So congratulations to him. And how about 10 strikeouts to go with that?
That'll work.
Pretty good day at the office for him. Lady Cougars today, though, the final line score for Owensboro, 8 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. For Grayson, 4 runs, 12 hits, and 3 errors. Winning pitcher goes to Hodge, the starting pitcher, Paisley. For Owensboro, she goes the distance, 12 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, couple of walks, couple of strikeouts. Loss saddled to Ellie Bratcher. She goes the distance, allows 8 hits, 8 runs, only 3 of which were earned with a walk and 4 strikeouts. Stephen, tough one today for Grayson.
Yeah, you got to tip your hat to the Owensboro team. They didn't have, what did they have, 1 error?
One
error, and they put the ball in play, and really that's all you can ask for as a coach. And we said it several times, and I haven't seen them play and really hadn't heard anything about them, but that's a pretty good 3-win team.
Yeah, and I mean, they're going to run into a buzzsaw in the first round of their district. They're going to have to play Davis County, and that's tough.
That's tough for sure.
Because, that is as good of a team as you're going to find. Not only in the district, in the region, but in the state of Kentucky. And honestly, you could maybe even say in this region of the country of just how good of a softball team and how good of a program that is. And that's just how it goes. For sometimes with district, it's just like, some teams would say probably in Grayson's district saying, oh, well, we had to draw the Cougar boys like Butler last year in the baseball or in basketball, saying, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yep.
And sometimes you just don't necessarily have that kind of luck.
But you still show up and play the game, and who knows what happens.
We'll take a break. We'll talk to Coach Jeff Rack next, as this is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
The primary election is coming, and tonight, there's something worth remembering. Your voice matters.
Hi,
I'm Secretary of State Michael Adams, here to remind you, take a few minutes, show up, and vote in our May primary election.
Make a plan. Be there. Your vote is your voice. Use it. Learn more at sos.ky.gov. Sponsored by the Kentucky Secretary of State's Office.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Welcome back to Grayson County High School. Lady Cougars fall 8-4 today to Owensboro. Coach Rack joins us now. Coach, this is a tough one. You had your opportunities. What was the message to the team after the game?
All our focus has to be on Monday right now. I really doesn't make much sense to sit here and dwell on what we did right and what we did wrong tonight. They just need to stay focused on Monday. We need to take the game with Whitesville extremely serious. So we just need to keep our heads down and keep on pushing.
How do you think Ellie threw today?
Honestly, I've seen her throw better, but I don't think she threw bad. I think there was some frustrations going on
throughout the game, a couple different things. Little inconsistencies on the calls, but that doesn't really define her outing. But I don't know. It was a rough one for everybody.
You did have 12 hits offensively. A couple of players had multiple hits today. And I think you today, which you hadn't had in the last couple of games, you didn't get a ton of timely hits, but you got a couple of them when you needed it.
Yeah. Carly Harrington's got an 8-game hitting streak going right now. The bottom half of our order came to life tonight, which we haven't seen all season.
You got 5 hits from the bottom 3?
Yeah. Bailey came up in the 6th, wanting to. She's like, I'm just going for it, and she didn't miss it by much, and they just stopped. I'm surprised they didn't get that catch, but I think after we played them at their place, I think they had it in their heads that it was going to be an easier game, and keep on trying to preach to them. We just can't go by past wins.
Yeah, it's their 3rd win of the season. I'd like to see a better 3-win team in the state. Because they play a brutal schedule and they're in a brutal district. That district is with Catholic, Apollo, and Austin. Dave's kind of pretty good, right?
A little bit.
Only lost, I think, 1 game of the season. But that's a solid team. And I think probably getting rid of it or looking at a record is probably tough for high school kids to just ignore that and play the game.
Sure it is. They're a talented bunch. They're very well coached.
Young.
Yes, they are very young. And a lot of people don't. I know you and I talk about this, but our team is extremely young. We're loaded with sophomores, and they just been playing since they were in 7th grade. So, you know, they've been around. Everybody's seen them. They were just ready. They were ready tonight, and I think we just took it as it was going to be an easier game.
You mentioned Monday being a big game. Next 2 Mondays.
Yes.
Are the 2 biggest games of the season for you
Yes,
all.
sir.
Probably playing Whitesville in both of them. One here and one at Butler. Playing them. What is the mindset going into mindset Monday? You know.
Defense. Defense has to be on. I'm a firm believer. Defense wins games. And they understand that, and if they've bought into one thing, it's that the defense has to be on. If we can shut down or slow down their offense, that gives us opportunities.
Coach, I appreciate it. We will talk to you next time.
Okay, sounds good.
That's head coach Jeff Rack. We'll come back and wrap it up after this. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
At your global getaway, we're all about creating unforgettable journeys. Now's the perfect time to plan your 2026 adventure. Fancy a Royal Caribbean cruise, a Hawaiian escape, or a magical Disney World trip? We've got you covered. As a Royal Caribbean master of adventure, we're here for your cruise weddings, honeymoons, and vow renewals. Trust us, you'll be in expert hands. Visit yourglobalgetaway.com and let's make your dreams a reality. Your adventure awaits.
Lady Cougars fall today by the final score of 8-4 to Owensboro. Final line score for Owensboro: 8 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. For Grayson County, 4 runs, 12 hits, and 3 errors. And the winning pitcher was Paige. She goes the distance. That was only Paisley Hodge, rather, only 3 earned runs. Ellie Bratcher gets a loss for Grayson. She only lost 3 runs as well. Lady Cougars will be back in action on Monday. We, though, on Monday will be across campus. This Cougar baseball team will be taking on Muhlenberg County. And then we'll also be with the baseball team on Thursday of next week, 1 week from today, as they take on Warren Central. So we are doing some double baseball coverage next week, because we've done a ton of softball these last couple of weeks. That'll wrap us up here for today's game. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Your camera operator was Garen Double M Johnson, and your director was Addison the Flinch Parker. Gotta give a nickname now. I'm not sure. We're gonna textbook it, workshop it a little bit. She says not to have the, but I think the Flinch. I think it means it's like the Flash. You can't just call him Flash. He's the Flash. I don't know. I think you gotta have the in there. It's like the Ohio State.
His hero name is Flash.
I'm making Garen very angry talking about superheroes like I know anything about him, which I don't. That'll wrap us up here today. So for them and for Stephen Smith on a night where Grayson County falls 8-4. This is Sam Gormley saying so long.